Hello everyone, Scraticus 2001 here. Oh shoot, right, I forgot about the little extra tool. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, and switch the camera angle around. There we go. So anyway, hello everyone, Scraticus 2001 here, and with me is Crossley. You may have seen her before in a video, but I kind of figured we kind of redo that video because again, my side of the audio apparently was not wanting to be added, so monkey see, monkey do. So, anyway, do you want to start off with first questions, or do you want me to start off with the first questions?
You can.
Okay. So, Acrossly, what got
Yeah.
you started in VRChat in the first place?
Well, I saw a few videos when I was little about them, and I saw people just having so much fun. I'm like, I wish I could do this. When my brother got a headset, I'm like, this is mine now.
That's a fair retort. That's a fair retort. Okay. So, okay, I asked my first question. It's time for you to ask your first question.
Thinking of one.
All right. While you're thinking of one, do you want me to ask? Oh, okay. Sorry about this, folks. Bit of a lag on my side. Don't you worry, folks. So, okay. While you're thinking of your question, do you want me to ask you another question? Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you remember when we first met?
To be fair, it's been a long time, but I remember kind of tiny bit of details. I mean, think about it. How long has it been since we both first met? That's actually a pretty long time if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so alright, so it's my go for the next question, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So
Alright.
okay. It's okay. Alright, so by the way, I remember everyone okay, I know everyone's gonna be wondering why I asked this question, but how long has it been since you were like well more accurately, how long have things been with the furry community that you're a part of, along with everything else related to being a furry? If it's too personal, you don't have to answer that question. If it's too personal.
Yeah, it's a little too personal.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, if you want to answer that question to me later as like payback, then it's fair. So, I gotta think of a different question. So, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember you like wherever we were hanging out that you talked about like becoming a content creator. What type of content are you thinking of making? Because with me, I'm more of just making this just to entertain people. What about you?
So, I'm gonna make my own episodes, and maybe sometimes I can make a few songs. And the VRChat YouTuber too.
Okay, so what type of songs are you thinking of? Better not be one. Better not gonna be something original. I feel like, or at least something inspired by. That's a fair retort. That's a fair retort. Right, so it's your turn to ask me a question.
Ooh.
Oh, everything okay?
My hands went to tracking. Yeah.
That's okay.
Hmm. Oh, jeez. Um. When did you notice when you started having anxiety?
Ooh, personal question, and honestly, I say that's payback. So I'll answer this one because I say fair payback. Um, honestly, is whenever I first noticed, whenever I kind of went to one of my relatives' like funerals, like it was like one of the most gut wrenching because they were like really there for us whenever we were younger, like through thick and thin at times, and it was sad just seeing him pass. And let's just say I didn't want to stay in that church. I stuck a good portion of it outside, and I was crying hard. I'm not. I'm not saying like it's bad to cry. It's just for a person who is kind of emotional at times. I mean, heck, some of you guys even know because heck, you've seen some of my reactions with horror. It's it's kind of hard for me to feel like something else entirely, something trying to be like everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be alright. It was kind of like something I couldn't really get across, as well as get used to, at the very least, somewhat anyway. But that's a wound that's not completely healed, but it's still there. What the heck am I saying? Not completely healed, it's still there. That's about the same thing. I meant it's slightly healed, but still tender. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so with that question out of the way, now let's ask another question. So, do you want to tell us like what your series will be about, if anything?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Can you at least give them a tiny?
No.
You know what? That's a fair retort. That's a fair retort.
I'm gonna keep them waiting.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, you can't expect every show to be like willing to show everything. I mean, heck, look at Ahsoka. Well, I mean, I'll give Dave Filoni credit for that one though. He did pretty good at time. He did pretty good for the good chunk of it. Anyway, okay, I think that might have been my question to you.
Wait.
Do you have a question to me?
No, do you have a question for me? Me.
Okay, I'll ask. Okay, how about this? I'll ask you two questions because like the last question I asked, and you give me one question. Is that fair for that one? Okay, so apart from like stories and music, are you interested in like dabbling into any other things like adventure, RPGs, and stuff like that?
Maybe a few videos, but I'm never gonna show my face because in the future I could plan a face reveal. But though, uh, I will probably go to haunted houses, see what's there.
Hmm. Okay.
Maybe with this person.
Yeah. Okay. Now
Oh, my hand went turning again.
Oh, don't worry, folks. She's fine. She's fine. Okay, so my secondary question is, oh, are there any were there any other content creators that inspired you to like become a YouTuber? Like for example, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Like, what content creators inspired you to take down this path?
Dragon King.
That's a fair one. That's a fair one.
Sesamus? Can't say that. I can't say that person's name.
Sethimus?
Yes. And you.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's both nice and also kind of like, yeah, fair point.
Oh, I hit my head on my bed.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, okay? Or at the very least, don't hurt yourself too hard. At the very least, don't hurt yourself too hard.
Or don't faint.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. Now, what is your question to me?
Have you ever had a pet?
I have actually. my believe it or not, my first ever pet was actually a turtle. I mean like one of those.
What?
Yeah, last I remember it was like a Russian tortoise or something like that. I named them pig because they kept on eating and eating and eating. I'm not even kidding. You guys can imagine how much a tortoise would eat if it was just your pet. It was just like a pretty big long box. But yeah, I did. But unfortunately, he died whenever I was young, and that also kind of devastated me a bit. But there was one, yeah. But honestly, that was actually a much more softer of a blow compared to a family cat that we owned. That's a story for another time, folks. Though, so possible
Yeah,
sad story
yeah.
in the future, maybe. I don't know. All right. So then, anyway, that to get our minds off sadness. Uh, okay. So, do you actually plan on taking some other possible content creators or friends in VRChat with you to some of these videos to be a part of the videos as like special guests?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Really? If so, then who are you thinking of?
You drinking or other people that I know.
E. E. Whoop. Sorry about that, folks. Didn't mean to take a picture. Don't mind the picture, folks. Don't mind the pictures, but E. All right, now it's time
Don't
for.
worry about me.
Yeah, don't worry about her, folks. All right, so, what other? Do you have a question for me now?
Do you think it's scary when I faint?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it does. It does. Yeah. Let's just say that also brings back pretty bad memories. And again, possible sad story in the future. Maybe if this does really good, and if you guys like it, and if you want to hear this sad story, well, markedly sad stories, and portions of my life, let me know. And who knows? Maybe I might make a special out of it. I might make a special of it. Who knows? All right. So, okay. So, I'm kind of struggling with a little bit of questions here. Hmm. Oh, have you ever tried like hopping into a YouTuber's live stream? And if so, did you ever manage to get your like questions recognized? I know that was a bit of a I know that was a bit of a simple but also kind of stupid question, but hey, I'm kind of running out of ideas for questions here, folks. So don't blame the messenger or the questioner. I mean, again, it was kind of a small.
Kicks are weird.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, kind of was. All right, so okay, I'm thinking after your question, we'll go with one more for each, and then we'll call that a day.
Oh God, my hands.
Oh, your arms decided to go. I'm a fish. All right, so
I keep whacking my controllers together.
Okay, so what's your question to me?
The first time you ever saw me faint, how much scared were you? I
Oh,
probably said that.
yeah, honestly, I was, believe it or not, I was really, really anxious and scared because, again, it brought back a huge flood of unpleasant and very, very sad memories. Okay, I'm sorry, folks, but you're just wanting the sad story to be possibly made, aren't you?
What?
Bring up anxiety. I mean, I told you mentioned like how scared I was, so you're just wanting the sad story to come up possibly in the near future, don't you? Mm, I put that under maybe. All
Oh
right,
wait,
we're
I have
done.
another question.
Okay, then shoot. Go ahead.
What's gonna be Dragon King's reaction to me fainting?
Oh, well, that one I don't really know. By the way, folks, if you don't know, Dragon King is her VRChat boyfriend. So for all of you who are looking at perverts at her, she's taken. Shut your mouths. Go cry in the corner. Anyway,
Good job, your dad.
yeet. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. I don't know how Dragon King will react, but
Yeah.
all of you chaps who think that she's free, she's not. Go. Take your bags. Alone. Take your toothbrush you've not used in 20 years and leave.
Ooh. I'm good.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about this, folks. Everyone on the channel kind of gets a little bit crazy every once in a while. Either or we're just crackheads. Either or. Okay, so we're down to our last questions for each other, which that being one for me, one for her. So, okay, what type of tradition do you guys have like with your family and stuff like that? Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't tend to do those type of things, or at the very least, I don't feel like those are important to me. I feel like to others, they might want some like ideas for it. Do you have like any ideas that they could possibly do for like traditions and stuff like that?
What?
Okay, here let me phrase let
I
me
got lost.
let me like let me dumb down the question a little bit.
Ooh.
So you know how people in households they have like traditions, right? For like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I want.
Yeah.
Do you have any like possible tradition ideas? Some people who are thinking this tradition needs to be a little spicy. Do you have like any possible ideas that they can do for that type of thing?
Um.
Well, I mean, okay. To be fair, that was kind of that's a fair retort. I'm not gonna lie, cause everyone's different, so makes sense. Oh yeah, by the way, folks, don't worry about this avatar. Sorry, I acknowledged it a bit late. You're gonna be seeing me change in and out of avatars a lot, but yeah, expect this to not be my normal avatar. This is not one of my normal avatars. So being ready to see me go back to one of my previous avatars next video, which will be next week, by the way, because I am uploading once a week now. All right, so I asked my one final question to you. What's your one final question to me?
Um. Um. Hmm. Um. Do you plan on moving anywhere else?
Ooh, a future question. That's actually a pretty good one. To be fair, I don't really know. Like, if well, like out of state, not really. Maybe. Reason being is because college, college is a bit of a pain to even think about going in there. So might as well go with the in state one. Uh, sorry, folks. Give me a minute. Across you okay? You okay? You were starting to make me feel a little nervous there. You alright? Okay, so yeah, to make it long story short, no, not really. I mean, not unless if I all of a sudden get invited to a convention to go to like a booth and stuff like that in the future and go like, hey, you want to go to a convention and be at one of these booths? And I'll be like, how is that going to work if I don't want my face to be technically fully revealed? Oh boy. You doing okay? Oh boy. Okay, yeah, folks. I'm gonna have to call that in.